Hello and good morning, PS 175. My name is Miss Roy, and I will be teaching physical education this year. Right now, I want to go through a quick PowerPoint about what physical education is going to look like for both blended learning and in-person learning this year. I'd like to start off by telling you a little bit about me. I have been teaching physical education for 9 years now. This is my first year at PS 175. I started back in March. My favorite sport is basketball, and I used to play in college. My favorite game to teach is Capture the Flag, and I have a hairless cat that I love, even though people might think she's a little strange looking. Now, I know one of the biggest questions people who are learning in person have is, what will blended learning look like? If you are in groups A or B and you are attending school in person, we are going to be having class either in the gym, the outdoor turf field, or those outdoor courts. Even though we are going to be in the gym or in an outdoor space, there are some very specific expectations because of COVID-19. First off, the most basic expectation is to wear sneakers or any safe shoes with a rubber bottom and laces or straps. That's just a general gym rule, but specific to COVID-19, you must be wearing a mask at all times, unfortunately, even when we are breathing heavily. We cannot share equipment of any kind. We must be 6 feet apart when doing low to moderate activity levels, and we must be 12 feet apart when we are doing vigorous or really difficult activity. Okay, so I know that is much different from past years. Okay, next, I'd like to review what types of skills will be taught during blended learning. Even though we're not allowed to share equipment, there are still a lot of activities that we can work on and to keep us safe. First being large gross motor activities such as running, skipping, jumping, hopping, and sliding. We can also work on many manipulative skills such as throwing, catching, dribbling, striking, and many others. We can do some target activities, fitness activities, as well as some cooperative games, yoga, and dance. Unfortunately, some of our really fun activities that we are used to will have to wait until it is a little bit safer and the regulations change. So those types of activities would be team sports, some cooperative learning games, as well as tag games. Next, I'd like to talk about what remote learning is going to look like for physical education. That's usually going to be if you are in group D and you chose for all remote learning, or on weeks like this one where everyone has to be remote. The classrooms will be located on Google Classroom, and that's where you'll get your assignments. The expectation is to complete the assignments on the designated due dates. Typically, each assignment has the same format. You watch a video of the lesson. You complete the attached Google form or assessment after completing the lesson, and you try your best and don't give up. And many of the skills that are going to be taught remotely are similar to the skills that will be taught in person. The only difference being that we may be more limited in the types of equipment we can use. I try to always be creative in finding equipment or materials that you can use around your own home and make the activities something you can do both individually and with a partner if you have one. All right, and the last major question I'm sure many of you have is, when will assignments be posted? For Group D, assignments will be posted every Monday and Thursday by 9 a.m. You can complete the assignment during that designated lunchtime on your remote schedule or on your own time when there is not other instruction happening. For groups A and B, you will be receiving your instruction in person 1 or 2 days per week, depending on when the schedule falls. If we are ever fully remote, all groups will have their assignments posted every Monday and Thursday by 9 a.m. So that's groups A, B, and D. And again, that is when all groups are fully remote. such as this week. Assignments will be posted Mondays and Thursdays. As of right now, we only have very few students connected to the individual physical education Google Classrooms. All students for groups A, B, and D should be connected by this Thursday, where I will be posting our first assignment. So after today, you should be seeing assignments in your individual physical education Google Classrooms, not in your regular Google Classrooms. And if you have any questions, I can be reached through Class Dojo or through my school email address, sroy13@schools.nyc.gov. Please feel free to reach out at any time. I'm really excited for the beginning of the school year and to meeting all of you either in person or remotely. We're going to have a lot of fun together this year, but again, please reach out if you ever have any questions.